Against the night, an abandoned house looms, a silhouette of dread under a sliver of moon, weeds strangling its forgotten yard. The air hangs heavy, a silent prelude to the secrets hidden within the decaying walls of the forsaken home. Shadows dance like specters, their long fingers reaching out as the night deepens, cloaking the house in mystery. Each gust of wind whispers tales of past sorrows, echoing through broken windows and unhinged doors. The front door stands as a gateway to untold stories, its darkness a promise of the unknown within. The weathered wooden door stands silent, etched with the stories of time and solitude. A single, sharp knock shatters the stillness, its echo resonating through the night. The door trembles slightly, as if awakened from a long, deep sleep. Dust motes swirl in the faint, ethereal light, each particle a tiny witness to the unfolding drama. A pregnant pause hangs heavy in the air, thick with anticipation and unspoken questions. The silence stretches, amplifying the mystery behind the weathered wood. Deep inside the house, the camera focuses on the door, a silent sentinel in the dimly lit hallway. 3 deliberate knocks echo from within the walls, each beat resonating with ominous intent. The door frame trembles subtly, a silent scream in the face of the unseen. Shadows lengthen, clawing at the edges of the hallway, consuming light and hope. An oppressive darkness descends, swallowing the hallway whole, leaving only dread in its wake. Under the pale moonlight, an abandoned house looms, its shadows stretching like grasping fingers. Maya stands before it, a solitary figure. Her hand trembles, hovering just inches from the decaying wooden door, a gateway to untold secrets and lurking dangers. The moon's ethereal glow illuminates her face, a haunting blend of fear and morbid curiosity warring within her. She hesitates, caught in a tangible conflict, her breath misting in the night air as she weighs her next move. Torn between the primal urge to flee and the compelling need to know, Maya steels herself, ready to confront the unknown. Night envelops the front door as Maya listens intently, her expression shifting with each passing second. A close-up reveals Maya's growing unease, her eyes widening slightly as she focuses on an unsettling sound. From behind the door, a rhythmic echo begins to resonate, an imitation so precise it sends a shiver down Maya's spine. The sound mimics her own heartbeat, a perfect, eerie duplication that raises goosebumps on her arms. Her breath hitches as the unsettling realization dawns. Someone, or something, is mirroring her very life force. A deep sense of dread washes over Maya as the echoing heartbeat intensifies, blurring the line between reality and nightmare. A bedside lamp casts a feeble glow, struggling against the oppressive darkness that fills the bedroom. Knocking sounds echo from the walls, each rap growing closer, more insistent than the last. The walls subtly flex inward, a silent, creeping claustrophobia, tightening its grip. Shadows dance and writhe, distorting familiar shapes into menacing figures in the dim light. A sense of unseen pressure builds, the room itself seeming to breathe and constrict. A bedroom door in the dead of night, silence broken only by a faint, chilling whisper slithering from beneath the crack. The door handle subtly rotates, each click echoing in the stillness. A long, distorted shadow stretches across the floor, intensifying the unease. The door begins to creak open, revealing an unseen presence lurking just beyond the threshold. In the dim bedroom, a smartphone lies on the bed, its screen glowing with an audio recording app. Silent sound waves pulse rhythmically, casting an unsettling calm over the oppressive atmosphere. The rhythmic pulse of the sound waves creates a hypnotic, eerie stillness. The screen's light dances with shadows, hinting at secrets captured within the recording. An oppressive atmosphere hangs heavy, amplified by the silent, pulsing waves. The smartphone waits, a silent witness to unseen and unheard stories. A dusty table in the dim room holds an old photograph, its colors faded, its story whispering through time. The photograph reveals a lonely woman inside the house, her eyes reflecting a profound despair. Flickering light dances above, casting eerie, shifting shadows that amplify the cracked surface of the photo. Each flicker seems to animate her sorrow, deepening the haunting sense of isolation within the frame. The photograph stands as a silent testament to a past sorrow, its details blurring into the encroaching darkness. In the dead of night, Maya sits frozen on her bed, knees pulled tight, her wide eyes fixed on the ominous bedroom door. An oppressive silence descends, heavier and more terrifying than any sound, as darkness itself seems to suffocate her. Each shadow dances with unspoken fears, turning familiar shapes into menacing figures in the dim light. Her breath hitches, every nerve on high alert, as she braces herself for the unseen threat lurking just beyond the door. Security camera captures the chilling stillness of the abandoned house at night. An ominous sign of entry. The front door begins to creak open, a sound swallowed by the night. The door swings wider, revealing an abyss of darkness within, promising untold dread. The camera's gaze lingers on the threshold, where shadows dance like specters. A silent invitation into the heart of darkness, where fear reigns supreme. An ominous knocking echoes through the hallway, each rap vibrating with unseen menace. The sound seems to emanate from the very heart of the house, a dark pulse in the silent night. Shadows stretch and writhe, twisting into grotesque parodies of familiar forms. The air thickens, charged with an unseen dread that clings to every corner. Each knock is a step closer, the darkness deepening as something awakens within the walls. In the dim bedroom light, Maya's fingers fly across her smartphone screen, an urgent mission etched on her face. She races to record sounds seeping through the door, her hope hanging on each passing second. The recording app glitches, a cruel twist of fate, as error messages mock her efforts. The knocking at the door intensifies, each pounding beat amplifying the pressure. In the dim light, a photograph on the table seems to stir, the woman within yearning to break free. The flickering light dances across the room, casting eerie shadows that stretch and distort the woman's image. Her shadow looms on the wall, a menacing figure born of darkness and illusion, heightening the suspense. An unsettling quiet fills the living room, amplifying the subtle movements and ominous atmosphere. The photograph's silent scream echoes in the stillness, a chilling prelude to unseen events. In the oppressive darkness, Maya's whisper trembles, a fragile plea lost to the silent room. "Help me, please." She breathes, her voice barely audible against the encroaching shadows. A cold presence creeps closer, its unseen fingers sending shivers down the spine. The shadows lengthen, twisting into ominous shapes that dance across the walls. Fear tightens its grip as the darkness seems to deepen, swallowing all hope. The room holds its breath, awaiting an unknown terror in the suffocating silence. An abandoned house stands cloaked in night, its darkened windows like vacant eyes staring into the abyss. The scene is marred by the static of a security camera, its lens capturing distorted images of figures lurking within. Eerie shadows dance and flicker, playing tricks on the eye. A relentless knocking echoes through the night, each strike resonating with an unsettling, deafening force. The dilapidated structure seems to groan under the assault, its secrets about to be violently unearthed. An impossibly long hallway stretches, the shadows deepening with each flicker of unseen lights. Maya walks, her footsteps echoing in the silent, endless corridor. The air is thick with foreboding. She reaches out, but the walls remain distant, the perspective warped and unsettling. The door at the hallway's end recedes further, an unattainable goal in this surreal space. A sense of dread washes over Maya, as the hallway seems to mock her efforts, trapping her. Moonlight spills into Maya's bedroom, casting long shadows as she pauses, catching her reflection in the darkened glass. A beat of silence, an unsettling wrongness prickles at the edge of her senses, a subtle discord in the familiar. Her reflection betrays her, a sinister stillness defying the natural mimicry. Something is terribly amiss. A malevolent grin creeps across the reflection's face, a grotesque mockery of humanity. Its eyes lock onto Maya, burning with an eerie intensity, promising a horror beyond comprehension. The photograph slips from the table, its descent marked by an eerie stillness. Shattered glass glitters on the floor, the sharp sound cutting through the silence. A woman's image vanishes from the photo, leaving only a blank space. The yellowed paper remains, a haunting reminder of what was once there. An unsettling quiet descends, heavier now, with the mystery of the missing image. Maya lies in bed, the room cloaked in darkness, a sense of unease permeating the air. A phantom touch, a hand brushes against her hair, yet she is utterly alone. A subtle, growing dread begins to envelop her as she realizes she is the only one in the room. Knocking intensifies, vibrating through her skull, each thud a chilling echo in the silent room. The abandoned house looms under the moonless sky, a silhouette of secrets and decay. On a grainy security feed, the front door bursts shut, the sound echoing through the silent night. Darkness envelops the house once more, hiding its mysteries behind boarded windows. An ominous stillness descends, the house a silent sentinel guarding forgotten stories. An unnatural chill descends, frosting the air as Maya exhales, her breath a ghostly plume in the dim hallway. Deep shadows lengthen and distort, dancing on the wall like specters, mimicking Maya's every move. The air grows heavy, each breath a visible struggle against the encroaching cold. Maya's shadow twists, gaining a life of its own, a silent, eerie companion in the desolate corridor. A palpable sense of dread fills the hallway, the temperature plummeting as unseen forces gather close. In the dead of night, Maya's eyes fixate on a chilling message: "Get out." Crimson letters drip down the bedroom wall, each drop echoing the dread that fills the room. A soft knocking begins, an unsettling prelude to the terror about to unfold. The knocking intensifies into a rhythmic pounding, a relentless assault on the senses. The pounding mirrors the frantic thump-thump of Maya's heart, trapped in a cage of fear. Each echoing blow amplifies the suffocating dread, as unseen forces close in around Maya. In the dead of night, the living room transforms as furniture begins to defy gravity, spinning with eerie grace. A visible charge fills the air, each spark a testament to the unseen forces at play. The scene unfolds like a surreal dream, ordinary objects caught in an extraordinary dance. Static electricity crackles, a symphony of raw power accompanying the ethereal ballet of household items. In the dead of night, Maya's eyes roll back, pupils dilating into pools of infinite black. Her mouth opens in a silent scream, a distorted voice bubbling up from the depths of her soul. The guttural sound vibrates, a dark symphony that fills every corner of the room. An insistent knocking begins, a growing crescendo of dread at the bedroom door. The knocking escalates, each strike a desperate plea against the unholy transformation. The fever pitch of knocking merges with the demonic voice, a terrifying duet of despair. The abandoned house looms, a jagged silhouette against the night, as the security camera flickers ominously. An unnatural energy pulsates visibly around the decaying structure, distorting the air itself. The windows glow with an eerie, otherworldly light, casting long, dancing shadows that writhe like specters. The house exhales an ominous aura, a beacon of dread piercing the tranquility of the night. Maya squints, her heart pounding, the hallway stretching into an abyss. A figure stands motionless at the hallway's end, consumed by darkness. From the gloom, a skeletal hand emerges, silently beckoning Maya. The chilling gesture hangs in the air, an invitation into the unknown. In the dead of night, Maya writhes, her body twisting against the sheets in unnatural, grotesque angles. An unseen force grips her, bending her limbs, forcing her into agonizing poses against her will. A subtle knock starts, soft and rhythmic, then suddenly escalates into a maddening, pounding crescendo. The knocking intensifies, each strike resonating deep within Maya's skull, a relentless assault. The sound morphs into a deafening roar, an auditory nightmare threatening to shatter the confines of her mind. Her sanity teeters on the brink as the overwhelming soundscape consumes her, a vortex of torment. In the dead of night, the living room transforms into a macabre canvas as the walls begin to weep crimson. The once familiar wallpaper is now marred by streaks of blood, a horrifying transformation unfolding. An overwhelming stench of decay permeates the air, thick and cloying, adding to the nightmare. Each drop of crimson seems to pulse with a sinister life, the room itself becoming a harbinger of dread. The oppressive atmosphere tightens, leaving one to wonder what unseen horror festers just beyond the bleeding walls. In the dead of night, Maya's face contorts, a horrifying mask of pure terror seizing her features. Her eyes roll back, revealing the whites, as if she's peering into some unseen abyss. A silent scream escapes her lips as her body begins to convulse, a puppet with cut strings. With a final, shuddering gasp, she collapses onto the floor, a heap of broken humanity. The security camera feed cuts to black, plunging the scene into darkness. Static flickers across the screen, a brief, jarring disruption. The feed returns, revealing the silhouette of the abandoned house against the night. The front door is now slightly ajar, a silent invitation into the unknown. Shadows dance within the opening, hinting at unseen movements. A chilling breeze seems to emanate from the dark doorway. A child's innocent laughter rings out, stark against the dim silence of the hallway. Echoes bounce off the walls, each giggle a fleeting moment of pure joy. The laughter abruptly ceases, replaced by a chilling, unknown dread. A heavy, ominous sound creeps in, disturbing the silence. Dragging chains resonate, their metallic rasp sending shivers down the spine. The hallway seems to hold its breath, anticipating an unseen horror. Maya jolts awake, gasping, her eyes wide with lingering terror. She lies on the floor, drenched in sweat, the remnants of a nightmare clinging to her. Silence descends, heavy and absolute. A ghostly whisper. The knocking has stopped. In the quiet living room, a photograph rests untouched on the table, seemingly immune to the passage of time. Within the photograph, a woman's face captures the eye, her smile faint yet enigmatic. The gentle curve of her lips hints at untold stories, a life lived beyond the still image. The photograph, a silent sentinel, guards memories within the stillness of the night. The woman's eyes, though fixed, seem to hold a knowing gaze, piercing through the darkness. Her smile, a delicate whisper, lingers in the air, inviting contemplation and stirring echoes of the past. Maya stares, transfixed by the crimson staining her hands, a stark horror painting her face. The dim light of the bedroom casts long shadows, deepening the mystery. Confusion clouds Maya's eyes as she scans the room, desperately searching for answers. Her mind is a blank slate, a terrifying void where memories should be. Each breath hitches as the weight of the unknown crushes her, panic rising. She clutches her bloodied hands, a silent scream trapped within her throat. Flickering security footage reveals the abandoned house at night, a silent testament to forgotten stories. Maya emerges from the shadows, her figure stark against the decaying backdrop. Her eyes, vacant and empty, reflect a haunting inner world, devoid of emotion. The grainy image intensifies the mystery, leaving unanswered questions hanging in the stillness. Maya is back in the silent hallway, shadows stretching long in the dim light. A soft knocking begins, barely audible, a subtle disturbance in the stillness. The knocking intensifies, growing louder with each insistent rap. Each knock echoes, amplifying the tension as Maya braces herself. The sound reverberates, filling the hallway with a palpable sense of dread. In the dim bedroom, Maya stands before the mirror, her wide eyes reflecting a fragile vulnerability. A subtle distortion ripples through the glass, a phantom flicker in the reflection's depths. The woman staring back is no longer Maya. A chilling transformation unfolds in the mirror's gaze. The reflection shifts to the woman from the photograph, a spectral doppelganger emerging from the depths. A terrifying revelation dawns as Maya confronts the uncanny presence of her other self. In the dead of night, the house seems to breathe, furniture sliding eerily across the floor. The sofa glides silently to the opposite wall, a phantom rearranging the familiar. The coffee table spins, a dizzying dance before settling in an alien spot. A rocking chair sways gently, a ghostly lullaby in the unsettling stillness. I stare in bewilderment as my home reconfigures itself, a puppet show by an unseen hand. In the dead of night, Maya lies paralyzed with terror, her wide eyes reflecting the unseen horror. She tries to scream, but her throat is frozen, her silent struggle amplifying the dread. A relentless knocking begins, each thud echoing through the silent bedroom, a harbinger of doom. The pounding grows louder, more insistent, vibrating through the room, threatening to shatter her. Maya clutches the sheets, her knuckles white, as the unbearable rhythm drives her closer to the edge. The abandoned house stands silhouetted against the night, a silent testament to forgotten times. Through the grainy security feed, the structure groans, its walls surrendering to decay. Dust and debris cascade as another section crumbles, the house consuming itself in slow motion. The camera bears witness to the inevitable collapse, a final, mournful sigh echoing in the darkness. Maya walks down an endless hallway, the air growing heavy and cold around her. Flickering shadows begin to manifest, distorted versions of Maya, each more terrifying than the last. Grotesque features emerge on the shadow Maya, twisting familiar visages into nightmare fuel. The hallway seems to stretch and warp, the distorted Mayas multiplying with each step. A chilling dread permeates the air as Maya confronts the horrifying reflections of herself. In the dead of night, a horrifying transformation begins to grip Maya. Her flesh seems to writhe and melt, a grotesque parody of life. The solid form dissolves, revealing the stark reality beneath. Bone and sinew are laid bare, a horrifying tableau of mortality. Maya's scream is trapped within the nightmare unfolding on her body. The familiar living room twists into a grotesque parody, the air heavy with dread. Walls lined with jagged, yellowed teeth replace comforting plaster, a silent scream made visible. Below, the carpet vanishes, revealing a floor slick with viscous, reflective blood. The dim light catches the crimson sheen, casting long, distorted shadows that dance like specters. A metallic scent of iron and decay chokes the air, a palpable taste of nightmare. Every corner whispers of dread, a once safe haven transformed into a macabre stage. Maya drifts in and out of consciousness, her thoughts as scattered as dust motes caught in a sunbeam. The bedroom is a suffocating space, the air thick with unspoken dread and shadows that dance like premonitions. The oppressive atmosphere of the house bears down on her, a tangible weight on her chest. Reality blurs, the edges of her perception softening, threatening to dissolve into a waking nightmare. Each breath is a struggle against the encroaching darkness, the silence amplifying her inner turmoil. She fights to anchor herself, to grasp onto something solid before she is completely lost. An abandoned house looms under the stark moonlight, its darkened windows like vacant eyes staring into the night. Grainy security camera footage flickers, a silent witness to unseen events unfolding around the desolate structure. Suddenly, the feed abruptly cuts out, plunging the monitor into a chaotic storm of static and noise. The screen buzzes with electronic interference, a stark indication of a disruption in the silent surveillance. The abandoned house is now shrouded in deeper mystery, its secrets further concealed by the technological blackout. The static intensifies, amplifying the sense of unease and foreboding that hangs heavy in the air around the house. Darkness blankets the hallway. Shadows stretch, clinging to the walls like secrets. Silence reigns, heavy and absolute, pressing in from all sides. The stillness shatters. A single, faint knock echoes, a fragile sound in the void. A pregnant pause hangs in the air, anticipation building with each silent moment. Maya's eyes flutter open in the dim bedroom, a strange awareness dawning within her. The familiar room seems different, alien, as if seen through someone else's eyes. A sense of displacement washes over her, the world subtly shifting. A chilling realization dawns as her surroundings morph into something sentient. An alien thought echoes in her mind. I am the house. The living room is bathed in a somber, muted light. A photograph rests on the table, revealing a new face, Maya. Her eyes reflect a profound despair, mirroring the sorrow of a woman who came before. The image captures a haunting echo of past tragedies. The photograph serves as a stark reminder of the enduring pain. In the silent bedroom, darkness wraps around Maya as she hesitantly reaches toward the wall. Her fingertips graze the surface, a stark contrast of cold, hard reality meeting soft, vulnerable touch. A shiver runs down her spine as she confirms the chilling truth with a tactile exploration. The room holds its breath, every shadow deepening with the weight of her quiet discovery. The cold wall stands as a silent witness to Maya's solitude and the unfolding night. An abandoned house stands silhouetted against the night, its darkened windows like vacant eyes staring into the abyss. The black and white security camera sputters back to life, its static-filled gaze fixed on the decaying facade. The front door creaks open, a silent invitation to the darkness that spills forth like a whispered secret. Untouched by human hands, the house exhales a breath of shadows, beckoning the unknown into its depths. The flickering camera bears witness to the silent drama, a sentinel recording the house's ominous tale. In the dead of night, Maya stands frozen in a dim hallway, every shadow seeming to deepen around her. A faint sound breaks the silence. Footsteps echo, growing louder, closer. Someone approaches. Each footstep resonates with a soft, haunting rhythm, a siren's song luring the unwary. An unseen presence moves inexorably closer, drawn by an irresistible, sinister force. Maya remains still, a silent witness as another victim unwittingly answers the house's call. In the dim bedroom, Maya's smile tightens, a sinister edge hinting at the darkness within. The smile twists into a chilling, predatory grin, a mask of innocence shattering into fragments. Her eyes glint with an unsettling light, reflecting a hunger that belies her human facade. The room seems to darken around her as her true nature begins to surface. A subtle, almost imperceptible shift in her posture reveals a predator ready to strike. The grin widens, a silent promise of something wicked and inevitable. The living room sits in shadows, silent and still. Dust motes float in the faint moonlight, dancing like secrets. An unsettling stillness permeates the air, heavy with unspoken dread. The house waits, patient and hungry, for its next meal. A creak echoes from the floorboards, a sinister invitation. Darkness clings to the corners, a silent promise of what's to come. In the dim bedroom, a chilling silence hangs heavy as Maya's lips barely move, her welcome a mere whisper. Her voice, once vibrant, now a distorted echo, barely audible in the suffocating darkness. The room feels colder, the shadows deeper, as if even the air holds its breath in anticipation. Her eyes, once bright, now hold a haunting emptiness, reflecting the distorted reality around her. The new arrival is met with a chilling reception, a welcome that promises only despair and shadows. Grainy security footage flickers, painting the abandoned house in stark, eerie shadows. From the inky blackness, a lone figure emerges, drawn to the dilapidated house like a moth to a flickering flame. The figure moves with deliberate caution, their silhouette a stark contrast against the decaying facade. An unseen force seems to guide their steps, each footfall echoing in the desolate night. The air crackles with an unsettling energy as they approach the house, drawn into its dark embrace. A dim light struggles against the oppressive darkness, casting long, distorted shadows that dance along the hallway walls. Maya stands frozen, a tempest brewing within her gaze, her silhouette stark against the faint light. The knocking begins, soft at first, then growing louder, each rap echoing like a drumbeat of dread. Each insistent knock is a hammer blow, shattering the fragile silence and amplifying the growing tension. The relentless knocking becomes a deafening roar, a relentless demand from the other side of the door. Night cloaks the bedroom, shadows dancing on the walls. Maya lies awake, her silhouette stark against the pale moonlight. A strange, unholy light flickers in Maya's eyes. Her eyes burn with a feverish intensity, mirroring a dark hunger. The room seems to pulse, mirroring the house's insatiable desire. The house hungers, and Maya's eyes reflect that terrible need. The living room is silent, save for the house's quiet hum, a deceptive calm that masks a lurking energy. An unseen energy pulses through the walls, growing stronger, a silent predator preparing to strike. The air vibrates with anticipation, an almost palpable sense of dread filling every corner of the room. Each new soul that enters only serves to feed the house's dark hunger, tightening its unseen grasp. The house watches, waits, its malevolent presence growing with each passing moment. Moonlight struggles to penetrate the heavy curtains, casting the bedroom in deep shadows. Dust motes dance in the faint light, revealing an unsettling stillness. The air hangs heavy with an unspoken dread, thick and suffocating. Maya's voice echoes through the house, a chilling invitation to enter and never leave. Grainy security footage flickers, revealing the desolate facade of an abandoned house under the shroud of night. Long shadows dance ominously, heightening the sense of decay and forgotten secrets clinging to the dilapidated structure. A lone figure emerges from the darkness, their silhouette stark against the faint, dying light. Hesitation hangs in the air as they pause at the threshold, an unspoken dread gripping their resolve. A gloved hand reaches out, fingers trembling slightly as they approach the weathered door. The touch of skin against aged wood echoes in the silence, a pivotal moment of decision and no return. In the dim hallway, shadows dance as Maya watches, a predator poised in the quiet darkness. Her eyes gleam with a chilling intensity, the silence amplifying her anticipation. Footsteps echo softly as the new victim unknowingly approaches, stepping into the unknown. The air thickens with unspoken dread, a silent promise of danger hanging heavy. The victim steps inside, unaware of the gaze fixed upon them, the trap now set. In the dim bedroom light, Maya's smile stretches unnaturally, a hint of something wicked lurking beneath the surface. The smile widens, and the predatory teeth gleam, revealing the darkness within. Her eyes glint with an unsettling intensity, the predator fully awakened. A silent, dangerous promise hangs in the air as Maya's true nature is revealed. The living room air is heavy, thick with unseen dread. Shadows twist like grasping claws across the walls. An oppressive silence descends, broken only by the subtle creaks of the house, settling, or perhaps, awakening. Darkness spreads like a creeping disease, consuming every corner, every memory within these haunted walls. The house waits, patient and malevolent, ready to claim another soul into its suffocating embrace. In the stillness of night, Maya whispers a desperate warning, her voice heavy with urgency and regret. "Turn back, please, it's too late for me, but you can still save yourself," Maya pleads, her eyes reflecting a haunting fear. Moonlight paints the room in ethereal hues, illuminating the silent dance of dust motes, each a tiny witness to the unfolding tragedy. The air hangs thick with the weight of inevitability, a silent acknowledgement that fate has already sealed their destinies. The abandoned house looms under the oppressive night sky, a silent sentinel of impending doom. On a grainy security feed, the front door creaks shut, sealing the victim's fate within the decaying structure. A chilling finality echoes as the last ray of hope vanishes behind the heavy, weathered wood. The camera's unblinking eye captures the moment of entrapment, a silent witness to the unfolding horror. Inside, unseen terrors await, as the abandoned house becomes a prison of shadows and despair. Dark shadows twist in the silent hallway, foretelling Maya's torment. A rhythmic knocking begins, echoing with increasing intensity, a prelude to madness. Each knock reverberates through the house, driving the new victim closer to despair. The torment escalates, the hallway now a canvas of fear and creeping dread. The bedroom succumbs to darkness, a silent stage set for the unfolding drama. Maya's laughter pierces the silence, its eerie echo promising despair. The sound reverberates, filling the house with a sense of foreboding. Each laugh is a chilling note in a symphony of shadows. Dark shadows crawl across the living room walls, energized by the palpable fear. The house seems to breathe, a sinister presence growing stronger with each terrified breath. An unseen menace pulses through the room, feeding on the victim's mounting dread. Every corner of the living room whispers of impending doom, shadows deepening. The air thickens with a suffocating dread, the house itself a predator. Moonlight paints the bedroom in pale hues, shadows swirling like secrets in the corners. Maya's silhouette is framed against the window, a haunting figure in the tranquil night. Her voice whispers, a chilling promise hanging in the air, "You're home now." A chilling promise of eternal torment. Under the cloak of night, an abandoned house looms, its darkened windows like vacant eyes staring into the abyss. The house stands silent, a sentinel guarding forgotten tales, its secrets veiled in shadows. On the security camera feed, the house remains still, an enigma wrapped in the quietude of the night. The air hangs heavy with untold stories, as the abandoned house conceals its mysteries from the prying eyes of the world. Silence smothers the hallway, dust motes swirling in the pale moonlight. A sharp, insistent knocking shatters the stillness, each sound a pulse in the oppressive quiet. The rhythmic knocking echoes, reverberating through the empty house. The sound cycles, beginning again, amplifying the tension. In the bedroom's dimness, moonlight paints Maya's silhouette as she sits on the bed's edge, a figure of poised anticipation. Shadows dance around her, enhancing her predatory stillness. Her eyes gleam in the low light, reflecting a patient, almost hungry, anticipation. The room holds its breath, mirroring Maya's intense focus. Each moment stretches, filled with unspoken tension as she waits, a predator ready to strike. Shadows engulf the living room, turning familiar furniture into grotesque shapes. An unsettling stillness fills the air. The house breathes, a malevolent entity contemplating its next cruel act. A palpable sense of dread permeates the room, heavy and suffocating. An unseen presence lingers, heightening the atmosphere of impending doom. Against a starless sky, the dark wood of the front door stands ominously. A stark silhouette against an unknown darkness. Light spills from a distant window, the only beacon in an otherwise impenetrable night. Loud, insistent knocks echo from within, each strike brutal and distinct, vibrating through the doorframe. The relentless knocking builds to a deafening crescendo, a symphony of dread against the silent backdrop. Abruptly, the noise ceases, leaving an unsettling silence that hangs heavy in the air, more frightening than the sound.